Another nice day today, but enjoy it while it lasts. I'm tracking showers and storms that could affect your Easter Sunday plans.
Up again, gas prices rising as the cost of crude oil skyrockets due to the war on Iran. How much more you'll be paying at the pump for your next road trip.
Successful launch. Checking in with the Artemis 2 mission as the astronauts prepare to leave orbit on their course around the moon. What's next for the crew and the celebrations right back here in the Triangle? WRAL News at 8 starts in less than 30 seconds.
At Leith Honda in Raleigh and Auto Park Honda in Cary, we make your buying process easy. And with every new car purchase, you'll enjoy complimentary oil changes and exceptional service. It's no wonder we've earned so many 5-star reviews. You'll also get peace of mind pricing with every used vehicle, and if it's not the perfect fit, no problem. Bring it back within 3 days for an easy exchange. Visit our showroom at Auto Park Honda in Cary or Leith Honda in Raleigh. It's easier here.
Live from WRAL News Headquarters in Raleigh, your #1 source for local news. WRAL News, coverage you can count on.
Good Thursday morning, and thanks for joining us. We have a lot to get to today. I'm Kirsten Clark.
And I'm Chris Lovingood. No, we did not plan the matching yellow, it appears, in the attire.
Minds must think alike.
I suppose so. I'm not mad about it, though. In the 8 o'clock hour, we do want to get you started with conditions right now because, Grant, you're looking at that, but also the next weather maker.
Yeah, next cold front that arrives later this week and the next weekend. We'll see a better chance for showers and storms by Easter Sunday. But for now, it is very quiet on satellite and radar. There's a front well to our north and a front well to our west. You can see the cloud cover stayed, for the most part, pretty minimal. We'll see a few clouds throughout the day today. Here's a view from Chapel Hill this morning. Tons of blue sky, maybe a few clouds in the distance. Otherwise, it should be a very pleasant start to your Thursday. 65 in Raleigh and in Durham, 63 in Rocky Mount and in Fayetteville, 61 up in Roxborough this morning. And temperatures gradually warm to the mid-80s this afternoon. 85 by 4 o'clock. Tons of sunshine today, but a few extra clouds the next couple of days and a couple of showers before our next big rain chance. We'll talk more about those rain chances and also how cool we'll be next week coming up.
All right, that sounds great, Grant. Folks, we have been tracking crashes and slowdowns across our area right now. Some things have been cleared up. What you're seeing right here is I-40 and NC-54. It may not look like this, but there was a bit of a crash here earlier, but that has since been cleared up after a tractor trailer sort of went off the road there. We're trying to figure out if there are any injuries in that, plus another one that we have been tracking as well. So make sure you stay with WRAL all morning long, 101.5 HD3. We'll let you know about any possible slowdowns during your morning commute. I want to talk a little bit more about another crash, a tractor trailer that blocked the lanes on I-85 near 15501. This is in Durham County this morning. Sky 5 video shows the truck stretched across the lanes on exit 174 near Durham. That truck has since been towed away, and the teams have cleared that mess.
Also this morning, we're trying to learn more about a shooting investigation in Wake Forest. The WRAL breaking news tracker was on the scene last night. That's at New Hope Village, and that's off North Allen Road. Police say shots were heard there after 7 last night, and when officers arrived, 2 people ran away. Police and K-9 units searched the area, and a gun was found, but there are no arrests so far.
This morning, firefighters are investigating a house fire in Harnett County. A neighbor shared a video of that fire last night at Botanical Court. This is in Lillington. They say the family who lives there just moved in. Video from the WRAL breaking news tracker shows the rooftop just completely burned. And firefighters tell us 7 people were inside when the fire was going. All were taken to the hospital with some kind of injury. Neighbors also say there may be some pets unaccounted for.
This morning, we're following the latest out of the war on Iran. Today, U.S. Secretary of Energy Chris Wright will speak here in North Carolina. Secretary Wright has been fielding questions about gas prices in recent weeks. He'll tour a Rocky Mount trade school, then give a speech at Hitachi Energy's facility in Cary. And last night, President Donald Trump spoke about the state of the war with Iran. President Trump also said U.S. forces will keep hitting Iran, quote, very hard in the next 2 or 3 weeks. He calls increased gas prices short term.
Many Americans have been concerned to see the recent rise in gasoline prices here at home. This short-term increase has been entirely the result of the Iranian regime launching deranged terror attacks against commercial oil tankers in neighboring countries that have nothing to do with the conflict.
A spokesman for Iran's president dismissed President Trump's speech as insane. We're keeping an eye on the war's impact on gas prices right here at home. In Raleigh, you'll pay an average of $3.93. Over in Durham, you'll pay $3.96 a gallon. And if you plan to spend the holiday weekend at the beach, in Wilmington, you'll also pay $3.96 a gallon.
And those gas prices, Kirsten, might affect the travel plans for people who are headed out for Easter weekend. Let's go ahead and bring in Kelsey Coffey. She is live at the gas station there on Kildare Farm Road in Cary. Kelsey, we have been tracking those national averages, but also the local ones as well.
Yes, Chris, here at this gas station on Kildare Farm Road, we have seen gas go down just a few cents this morning. So now it's at about $4.05 a gallon. Just a few hours ago, it was at $4.09 a gallon. That's still a little bit above the national average, but on average here in North Carolina, drivers are paying about $1.15 more this month compared to last. The cost of crude oil is causing the prices you pay at the pump to go up. On Monday, U.S. crude oil went above $100 per barrel for the first time since 2022, back when Russia invaded Ukraine. Now, this all comes as the war on Iran continues to escalate. Beth Nye says higher gas prices don't affect her family's bottom line, but she empathizes with people who are feeling the pinch.
I feel for those people, right? I think it's unfortunate that the decision is out of their hands and that it impacts their lives and their children's lives.
Now, there may be a way that you can save a few cents, like at gas stations like this one. They actually may charge you less if you pay cash instead of using your card. Kelsey Coffey, WRAL News, live in Cary.
Republican leaders in Congress say they are moving forward with a plan to end the partial government shutdown's effect on Homeland Security. The shutdown is causing disruptions at airports nationwide, and Republicans have a measure that's kind of similar to a Senate proposal introduced last week that would fund most of DHS. It would leave ICE and Border Protection to be addressed separately, but it's unclear when a vote could happen. That's because both the House and the Senate are on recess through April 13th.
We're still looking for answers this morning after a crash involving 2 Raleigh police officers. We asked Raleigh PD the tough questions. With 2 officers charged, we wanted to know the protocols that weren't followed. So we asked, how fast was the officer driving? Were rules regarding lights and sirens followed? And when will the investigation be finished? We did hear back, but we did not get an answer. Instead, Raleigh police says the crash is under investigation and no more details would be shared at this time. Neighbors say the accident Tuesday night is unacceptable. We learned the officers ran into 2 teenagers in a fleeing vehicle near New Bern Avenue. Officers J. Velasquez Lopez and N. Rickett have been charged with seatbelt violations. And Officer Velasquez Lopez has also been charged with a stop sign violation. A witness tells WRAL the squad car also did not have any lights or sirens on.
Police come from down on the side street, they don't stop. They got a stop sign, but they don't stop at the stop sign.
He had his lights on.
You know, he had, that's the white lights. He didn't have no blue lights or nothing. That's the white light, the spotlight.
We did get a statement from Raleigh Police Chief Rico Boyce, who said, "We recognize that incidents like this can raise concerns in the community. Let me be clear. We hold our officers to high standards, and when those standards are not met, we will address it." Everyone involved in the crash was taken to the hospital and is okay. The passenger in the silver car was released and is not facing charges.
Today, a Granville County school bus driver facing more than 60 charges is expected in court. I'm talking about Lauren Coble. She's right here on your screen. She's charged with DWI, speeding, child endangerment, and a lot more. Investigators say Coble was driving 53 elementary school students, and that's when a driver noticed the bus moving erratically. That person called the school system. Now, I should mention the students did arrive at school safely, but an investigation led to the driver and teacher's assistant being suspended. Coble turned herself in.
The Artemis 2 mission is in space. We have a live look this morning at the spacecraft. Today, they will head toward the moon. That's after the crew spends 24 hours orbiting the Earth. North Carolina native Christina Cook is on board this mission.
And today, more virtual charter schools could be coming to North Carolina. The State Board of Education is set to vote on 4 more online charter schools. They would be in Brunswick, Northampton, Wayne, and Asheville school districts. But this time, board members say they're concerned about the quality of virtual education and may not vote in favor. That would be a shift in the board's approach because they've actually approved these schools in the past. Dozens of school districts and charter schools offer virtual options, and they've been used by thousands of families since state law authorized them back in 2022.
Tonight, you can watch the first of 2 Canes games on WRAL. Allie Cadlebar is at the Lenovo Center ahead of tonight's hockey for the Holidays game. And Allie, the regular season is winding down ahead of a Stanley Cup run.
Yeah, all eyes are on the Carolina Hurricanes to secure victories this weekend, and you can really get an idea of what it's like on the ice by watching live on WRAL. Tonight, the Canes will play the Columbus Blue Jackets. Puck drops at 7 p.m. at Lenovo Center. The Hurricanes just played the Blue Jackets in Columbus, winning that one 5-2. At 47-21-6, the Canes are in first place in the Metro Division, and they are tied for the most points in the Eastern Conference. Tonight's matchup is one of 8 games left in the regular season before Carolina hopes to start a Stanley Cup run. Game 2 of hockey for the Holidays against the New York Islanders is Saturday at 7 p.m. You can watch both games for free on WRAL. Reporting at Lenovo Center, Allie Cadlebar, WRAL News.
You know what? While we're talking about Lenovo Center today, we'll get an update on renovations there. The Centennial Authority will get a presentation on phase 2 of this $300 million project. And then after the meeting, they're going to do a walkthrough of the completed projects of phase 1. That includes the view bar, the new food marketplace on the 3rd level, the bunker suites, and the multi-purpose room on the arena level. Lenovo Center is closing for 8 weeks this summer after the hurricane season to work on more renovations.
Exciting stuff. Well, still to come, Artemis II watch parties. NC State students gather to cheer on their alumna in space. The celebrations as the mission moves toward the moon this morning.
Plus, birthright citizenship. The long-standing constitutional right is being heard by the Supreme Court. The first of its kind appearance by the president.
And mild in the low to mid 80s this morning. We'll stay warm. Low to mid 60s this morning. Low to mid 80s this afternoon. A very warm afternoon. I'll let you know how long that warmth lasts and whenever we'll see some cooler temperatures in the next week. That's coming up. 8:15 now on this Thursday morning. Temperatures in the low to mid 60s. So again, it's a very mild start to our Thursday. 65 in Durham, 63 in Fayetteville, 61 in Sanford. A lot of sunshine across the area, but some places have some stubborn cloud cover to start today. This is the view from Carr Lake this morning. Very pleasant start with nice views there. 73 at the beach for your high today. Topsail Beach, Ocean Isle at 75 degrees. New Bern sitting at 82, so very warm there. We'll be back in the 70s and 80s tomorrow. Some spots a bit cooler in the upper 60s, but a very warm next couple of days. Even into Saturday, we'll have more warmth that had a better chance for showers and storms that arrives on Sunday. We'll talk more about the timing of those showers and storms Easter Sunday coming up in just a bit.
More warmth? Oh, no. Just kidding. I love that. All right, taking a step outside right now at I-40 and I-540. So traffic-wise, I mean, yeah, there's a bit of a slowdown in some of these lanes here, but you can tell definitely on the left lane, the cars are moving pretty decently in terms of speed there. We've been trying to see if there are any significant traffic crashes that you need to know about, because this morning we saw at least 3 different ones within the span of an hour. Now, we're not seeing anything just yet, but we'll keep looking for that. But keep us tuned in on the radio all morning long. We'll update you during your morning commute, 101.5 HD3. Fayetteville Fire and Police are investigating a house fire that killed someone. Teams responded to a home on Empress Lane, and this was yesterday afternoon. One person escaped from that house, but a woman was found inside. She died at the hospital. Authorities say they are investigating what caused this fire, but they're not releasing the victim's name, not just yet.
The Artemis II mission is in space, and a lot of eyes were on Christina Cook, who grew up right here in North Carolina. In Raleigh, there were 2 launch day watch parties, including at Cook's alma mater, NC State.
I'm here especially for Christina Cook, just because I'm also an electrical engineering major, so I look up to her a little bit.
She's still one of us, and we still think of her as part of the family.
So Cook is not a one-time, not a two-time, but a three-time NC State grad. She has stayed active in giving back to the school and inspiring students there.
She just loves education. We actually talked to a Raleigh man who watched that launch down in Florida. Look at this photo that he sent us. Charles Boyer took this photo of the moment the Orion spacecraft began to move from the tower. Awesome. It's not the first time, though, he's seen a launch in person. In fact, his dad worked at Kennedy Space Center during the Apollo missions. He watched the Apollo 11 launch when he was just 7 years old. And he also says that Artemis 2, it was just such a stunning sight to see.
You know, we saw the flash of the rocket ignition. It started to rise, and people are yelling and screaming almost like it was an ACC basketball game, you know, really close, and the home team won in the last second. I mean, it was that sort of atmosphere, and people were jubilant, is the best way to put it.
I mean, understandably so. It's pretty dope to see. He's optimistic about the Artemis 3 and 4 missions and hopes that more people will join him to watch those launches. Let's say by chance you fell asleep like I did when it happened. I had to rewatch it, but that's okay. You can do that on our WRAL YouTube channel. Just search Artemis once you're there.
Well, the Supreme Court heard a landmark case yesterday challenging President Trump's executive order limiting birthright citizenship. Early in his second term, the president signed the order and argues that babies born in the U.S. to undocumented immigrants and temporary foreign visitors were not eligible for automatic citizenship. The president left the White House and traveled to the High Court to listen to the oral arguments in person. This is a first for a sitting president. The Supreme Court justices expressed their skepticism about Trump's plan. As the American Civil Liberties Union lawyer began her arguments, President Trump left to attend an Easter lunch at the White House.
The state will seek the death penalty against a woman charged with murdering her adopted children. I'm talking about Avante Devon. She was arrested in 2024 and is accused of murdering her adopted children, Blake and London. Prosecutors filed a notice that they will seek that penalty in this case. She's expected to go on trial next year. In fact, this case was the jumping off point for our documentary, Broken, Foster Care in North Carolina. Watch the entire thing on WRAL.com and the WRAL YouTube channel.
The North Carolina Department of Transportation is giving us better insight to how much progress crews have made since Helene hit 18 months ago. 590 bridges have now been repaired. 26 of them have been replaced. 74 out of 96 culverts have been fixed, and 86% of the over 9,400 damaged sites have been repaired. Crews say they have come a long way, and they aren't stopping until it's done.
The Department of Environmental Quality is working on additional sampling for Gill Street Park in Zebulon. We reported Tuesday the park will close because of lead concerns, and that was first discovered 2 years ago, but the town just made the decision to close the park this week. This is because of guidance from the state. DEQ said the town owns the property and is responsible for its management. Okay, let's go ahead and swing over to weather because you're probably wondering, what is my weekend going to look like for Easter? Well, we've got meteorologist Grant Skinner to walk you through that this morning. And Grant, let's start with that next weather maker you're tracking.
Yeah, watching that cold front that arrive on Sunday. And the reason why I'm watching that closely is because depending on the timing of that, we could see more showers and storms either earlier in the day or later in the day. It looks like as of now, the majority of them will be into the afternoon, evening on Easter Sunday. So for your morning plans, when in morning services, all throughout the morning, we should be okay. Maybe a couple of showers, building cloud cover, but the majority of the showers and storms, again, will be after lunchtime as this front swings through. Once the front finally passes, our temperatures drop off, and we'll see temperatures finally closer to average next week. So instead of being in the 80s, we'll be closer to the 60s, so a big swing in temperatures. Forecast rainfall, though, is not very significant. Only about 1/4 of an inch of rain, so that's not going to do much of a dent in our drought. You can see we still have a severe drought across the region with an extreme drought for some spots, and we'll have an update on this probably in the next hour on the drought monitor, so we'll let you know if that's changed at all. 84, though, on Friday for your high, 86 Saturday. In the upper 70s on Sunday, on Easter Sunday, because as that front starts to swing through, we'll have extra clouds, that rain chance. The temperatures really drop off as we head into Monday of next week. Here's a view from Rocky Mount Mills. You can see tons of blue sky. It is very pleasant out there this morning. We have some spots that do have some extra cloud cover, but otherwise it's mild. 65 in Raleigh and in Durham and in Rocky Mount, 64 in Goldsboro, 63 in Fayetteville and in Clinton this morning. Temperatures reached the mid-80s this afternoon, so very warm, But again, lots of sun today, so enjoy it. It should be a very pleasant afternoon. And this evening, if you're heading to the Canes game, before puck drop, we'll be in the low 80s. We'll have mostly clear skies, and then by the time you're heading home, we'll be at around 70, some spots in the upper 60s across our area. So just staying mild throughout the course of the evening today. And we'll finally drop to the upper 70s by Sunday as the showers and storms roll through. And look at these temperatures for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. Finally back in the 60s. Could be in the low 60s by next Wednesday. So not the big cool down to the 50s that we've seen sometimes as these fronts come through, but just feeling like feeling like springtime, which would be nice.
Hey, so long as it's not freezing waking up, I'm pretty happy about that. Thanks, Grant. Let's take you outside right now to get you a look at I-87 and Smithfield Road. Look at this. No issues. You love it on a Thursday morning at 8:22, but there is a possibility during your morning commute. Let's say you got to be at work at 9 o'clock. Well, first of all, go ahead and leave. But second of all, you may run into a slowdown. Keep us tuned in during your morning commute. 101.5 HD3. We will let you know about any possible slowdowns.
All right, still to come here, it's a slow rebuild. State leaders say progress is happening after Hurricane Helene, but not everyone agrees. What lawmakers are hearing today that could change that conversation. And long weekend travel. Holiday trips are causing pain at the pump. How much more you're paying right now and what it means before you hit the road.
As you get into your car, tune to WRAL News Plus on your radio. In Raleigh on 99.3 FM. In Durham, 96.5 FM. And everywhere on 101.5 HD3.
Good morning. It is 8:26. I'm Kirsten Clark. Let's get right on over to meteorologist Grant Skinner to tell us about this upcoming weather maker. Grant?
Yes, we have some scattered clouds out there this morning for some spots. We will have a lot of sunshine throughout the day today, though. You can see the view from our WRAL Garner Tower camera. Some low and mid-level clouds. It's 65 in Raleigh, 64 Roxborough, 64 in Fayetteville. Today we'll reach the mid-80s. We have an upper-level ridge in place that's keeping our temperatures very warm. Then our next front arrives on Easter Sunday. That brings a better chance for showers and a few storms. That's our next weather maker. We'll then have some cooler air for the first half of next week.
And let's take a look at your traffic this morning as you're heading out the door. This is a live look at I-40 at I-540 this morning. Both the eastbound and westbound lanes flowing smoothly at this time. Not bad if you're heading out the door going to work. Always want to give yourself a little bit extra time just in case. And of course, you can tune us in on the radio for all of your updates when it comes to traffic. 101.5 HD3. Well, crews have cleared an I-85 ramp in Durham County after a tractor trailer overturned this morning. This happened near 15501. Take a look at this Sky 5 video that shows the truck stretched across the lanes on exit 174 near Durham. That truck has been towed away and crews have cleared away that mess. And tonight, you can watch the first of 2 Carolina Hurricanes games on WRAL. It's part of Hockey for the Holidays. The Canes will play the Columbus Blue Jackets, and puck drop is at 7 p.m. at Lenovo Center. Game 2 is on Saturday against the New York Islanders. Next on Fox 50, gas prices impact local families getting away for the long weekend. And up next on Today, travel strategies and tips for your next trip.
Another nice day today, but enjoy it while it lasts. I'm tracking showers and storms that could affect your Easter Sunday plans.
War on Iran. President Trump addresses the progress of the war and its effects back at home. What he's saying now about the timeline of the conflict.
Up again. Gas prices rising as the cost of crude oil skyrockets due to the war on Iran. How much more you'll be paying at the pump for your next road trip.
Certainly a lot that we are following this morning at 8:30 on this Thursday. Thanks so much for joining us right here on Fox 50. I'm Chris Lovingood.
And I'm Kirsten Clark. Glad to be with you here today, Chris.
Glad to be here with you,
had
Kirsten.
A little matchy going on with our yellow. We've got blue skies today for another big warm up ahead. But you can tell us, Grant Skinner, about what we can see possibly this weekend for our Easter holiday.
Yeah, better chance for showers and storms this weekend, so we're going to watch that closely. Looks like the timing of that, though, will be after morning services. Again, we'll have to keep a close eye on that, and of course, we'll have more updates this evening with Kat and Mike. Also, I'll have more updates tomorrow morning as well when we're watching with that timing. For now, though, a quiet view from the DBAP. Another game this evening with the Bulls. I'll have that forecast here in a second, but lots of blue sky to start off the day. Just a few clouds here and there. 65 in Raleigh, 64 in Fayetteville, 65 in South Hill and in Rocky Mount this morning. We'll hit the mid-80s this afternoon, so very warm. Plenty of sunshine throughout the day, so enjoy it. It should be a nice day, just feeling more like the summertime, which is perfect baseball weather. 83 by 6 o'clock. 8 p.m. will be at 78 degrees. By the time you're heading home, it'll be in the low to mid 70s. So a mild night tonight and staying warm the next couple of days. I'll let you know how warm we'll get Friday and Saturday. Ahead of that chance for showers and storms. It's coming up.
Warm the next couple of days. I love to hear it. Let's take a look at your traffic again here. This is I-40 at I-540 this morning at 8:31 as you're heading out the door there. Both westbound and eastbound lanes, everything flowing smoothly at this time. So if you're heading to work, not really much to worry about this morning. Always want to give yourself just a little bit extra time as you're heading out the door just in case. We'll keep an eye on all of our roads this morning, keeping up with any accidents or crashes that we may see. But if you're heading out the door, go ahead and tune us in on the radio on 101.5 HD3.
A tractor-trailer crash blocked lanes on I-85 near 15501 in Durham County this morning. We brought this to you as breaking news, in fact. Sky 5 was above that truck stretched across lanes on exit 174 near Durham. The truck has since been towed away, and the area has been cleared.
This morning, we're trying to learn more about a shooting investigation in Wake Forest. The WRAL breaking news tracker was on that scene last night at New Hope Village. That's off of North Allen Road. Police say shots were heard there after 7 last night, and when officers arrived, 2 people ran away. Police and K-9 units searched that area. A gun was found, but there are no arrests so far. And this morning, firefighters are trying to figure out what sent a home up in flames in Harnett County. A neighbor shared this video of the fire last night on Botanical Court in Lillington. You can see those massive flames there. They say the family who lives there had just moved in. Video from the WRAL breaking news tracker shows the roof completely burned. Firefighters tell us 7 people were inside the home at the time. All were taken to the hospital with some sort of injury. And neighbors tell us there may be some pets unaccounted for. That home was deemed a total loss, and we've reached out to find out the conditions of those victims and if there were any pets that didn't make it out.
All right, Kirsten, let's go ahead and catch people up on the war on Iran. Today, U.S. Secretary of Energy Chris Wright will speak in North Carolina. Secretary Wright has been fielding questions about gas prices recently. He'll be touring a Rocky Mount trade school and then give a speech at Hitachi Energy's facility in Cary. Last night, President Trump spoke about the state of the war with Iran. He also said that U.S. forces will keep hitting Iran, quote, very hard in the next 2 or 3 weeks. He said when the war is over, the Strait of Hormuz will reopen and lower gas prices will follow.
When this conflict is over, the strait will open up naturally. It'll just open up naturally. They're going to want to be able to sell oil because that's all they have to try and rebuild. It will resume the flowing and the gas prices will rapidly come back down.
The president also called the rising gas prices short-term, his words. A spokesperson for Iran's president dismissed that speech, even calling it insane.
So we've been keeping an eye on the war's impact on gas prices right here at home. In Raleigh, you'll pay an average of $3.93 a gallon. In Durham, it's a bit higher at $3.96. And in Fayetteville, you'll pay at $3.90 a gallon. Well, holiday travelers are feeling it at the pump as Easter and spring break ramp up. Let's get over to WRAL's Kelsey Coffey, who is live in Cary this morning. And Kelsey, we're seeing quite the difference in prices from month to month.
Yes, Kirsten, on average, North Carolina drivers are paying about $1.15 more per gallon this month compared to last. We'll go ahead and show you this price here on Kildare Farm Road in Cary, about $4.05 a gallon. This is just above the national average. So we also know that the soaring cost of crude oil is causing the prices that you pay to go up at the pump. On Monday, U.S. crude oil went above $100 per barrel for the first time since 2022, back when Russia invaded Ukraine. Brent crude oil is set to see its highest one-month increase on record. This comes as the war on Iran continues to escalate. We spoke with drivers about how the higher prices are hitting their pockets.
In my Jeep, I used to fill up for like $42 to fill up. The other day, 2 days ago, $65. $65, that's like a $20 increase.
And you may be able to save just a few cents at the pump if you go to some gas stations like this one here on Kildare Farm Road, where they will charge you a few cents less if you use cash instead of card. Kelsey Coffey, WRAL News, live in Cary.
And happening now here in the WRAL Live Center, we have an update on a possible Department of Homeland Security funding package. In a short pro forma session this morning, the U.S. Senate sent the original version of its DHS funding bill back to the House after tabling a House amendment. In this rare appearance during a pro forma session, Senate Majority Leader John Thune announced the move today, which was passed with a simple voice vote in the nearly empty chamber. So this comes after Senate and House GOP leaders announced a two-track plan yesterday to fully fund the DHS for the rest of the fiscal year. That plan calls for the passage of the Senate's bipartisan funding deal reached with Democrats that does not include money for ICE or CBP, a major sticking point, as we know, in the negotiations. So right now, it is unclear when the House will be able to vote on the Senate measure because of holiday scheduling at this time. It's something that we will continue to follow.
All right, thank you for that, Laura. This morning, we are getting an update on the Artemis II mission as the Orion spacecraft soars through space. 4 astronauts, including NC State grad Christina Cook, launched from the Kennedy Space Center in Florida at 6:35 last night. The team will spend their first 24 hours in space orbiting Earth, and then they're going to head toward the moon. Now, yesterday's launch was visible in the sky. Look at this video we're about to show you of that Artemis II launch from a flight from Costa Rica to Atlanta. Just wild. NASA Administrator Jared Isaacman said in a briefing last night, all 4 astronauts are in good spirits so far, and the space agency is officially back in business sending astronauts to the moon.
We know the challenges ahead. We have a lot of checkouts to get through before TLI. And when, if all goes well, everything is go, Artemis II will be moonbound.
About 10 seconds.
The Artemis II mission is expected to take about 10 days. They're going to spend 3 days journeying to the moon, and then on Monday, they're scheduled to fly around the moon. And when they do, they'll venture farther from Earth than any human has before, surpassing the distance set by the Apollo 13 astronauts in 1970.
A lot of exciting things to look forward to. Well, Christina Cook is about to become the first woman to go around the moon and fly this far. It's really a full circle moment as North Carolina is first in flight. We talked with her college advisor, who says she is definitely someone we can brag about.
She said she was committed to a career in space. And I thought, yeah, well, that's nice. I mean, every parent's child wants to be an astronaut. So, you know, you pat them on the head and say, yeah, you go, girl. Well, she went. So it's been a trip ever since following her career.
He last spoke to her while she was in orbit on the International Space Station several years ago. Her sister asked him to share a few words in a video message she sent for Cook's 100th day in orbit.
The new NC State men's basketball coach has officially signed a 5-year contract. Justin Gainey will be paid an average of $2.5 million each year. Previous head coach Will Wade was paid an average of about $2.9 million a year. Gainey could earn up to $1,250,000 in academic and athletic bonuses. These bonuses depend on winning a national championship and an ACC title. Tonight, you can actually watch the first of 2 Carolina Hurricanes games on WRAL. This is part of Hockey for the Holidays. And WRAL's Ali Kadlabar will explain what we can expect as the Canes season winds down.
Yeah, all eyes are on the Carolina Hurricanes to secure victories this weekend, and you can really get an idea of what it's like on the ice by watching live on WRAL. Tonight, the Canes will play the Columbus Blue Jackets. Puck drops at 7 p.m. at Lenovo Center. The Hurricanes just played the Blue Jackets in Columbus, winning that one 5-2. At 47-21-6, the Canes are in first place in the Metro Division, and they are tied for the most points in the Eastern Conference. Tonight's matchup is one of 8 games left in the regular season before Carolina hopes to start a Stanley Cup run. Game 2 of Hockey for the Holidays against the New York Islanders is Saturday at 7 p.m. You can watch both games for free on WRAL. Reporting at Lenovo Center, Ali Kadlabar, WRAL News.
All right, still to come here, slow rebuild. State leaders say progress is happening after Hurricane Helene, but not everyone agrees. What lawmakers are hearing today that could change the conversation?
Plus, porch pirates prevention. 5 on Your Side has the best video doorbells to protect your packages and the brands that just don't hold up.
And lots of blue sky from Apex this morning. Temperatures mild in the 60s. Will gradually warm to the 80s this afternoon. So very warm today and staying warm. I'll let you know how long the warmth sticks around. We'll talk about that next best chance for showers and storms this weekend. That comes up. .44 now on this Thursday. We have some places that have scattered cloud cover, like Clinton and Goldsboro in the mid-60s there. Other spots still in the mid-60s, but more sunshine. Durham's at 65 degrees. Roxborough's at 64. Fayetteville is sitting at 64 degrees this morning. Looking at the mountains, they still have plenty of sunshine there for now. They'll have a better chance for some isolated showers later today. And temperatures will warm to the 70s and 80s. 79 in Asheville, 81 Bryson City, 71 in Boone. Tomorrow, temperatures will stay in the 70s and 80s for the most part. 80 in Bryson City. Again, a 20% chance of some isolated showers. A better chance for showers and storms with that cold front that arrives this weekend. That'll bring more showers and storms for us Easter Sunday. We'll talk more about the timing of that rain coming up in just a bit.
Good news, because we need that rain. Thank you, Grant. Weather and traffic updates every 10 minutes as we take a live look here at I-40 at NC 54 in Cary. Looks like we've got a Raleigh police vehicle here. We see the lights on there, right there on in the right side of your screen here. Looks like might be two vehicles there in the grass. We're going to learn more information about what exactly is happening here. But if you are headed out the door and headed that way this morning, that's just something that you'll want to be aware of. Doesn't look like it's affecting traffic much at all right now. Looking at drive times on I-40, really nothing to be worried about at this time. Just tune into the radio on 101.5 HD3.
Keep us tuned in all morning long. Protecting your packages in your home. If you're in the market for a new home doorbell camera, don't worry. Listen up. We have some information for you. 5 on your sides. Keely Arthur shares what you need to be on the lookout for.
Consumer Reports reviewed dozens of doorbell cameras looking at video quality, data security, and ease of use. Here's what they found. Among the top-rated options, brands like Arlo, UFi, TP-Link, and Wise. Many offer high-definition video, night vision, and two-way audio.
Hello, Matthew.
So you can see and speak with visitors from your phone. One standout, the Arlo video doorbell. It earned top marks for security and speed, while UFi models impressed with strong performance and even local video storage without a subscription. But you may notice a familiar name missing. Ring. Consumer Reports says none of its models made the very top of this year's list, though they're still considered solid options. Consumer Reports says because these devices collect video and audio from your home, it's important to consider privacy and security before you buy. And speaking of security and privacy, coming up tonight on WRAL News at 6, I'm going to tell you exactly where your video goes once it's recorded and how easily police can access it. Keely Arthur, 5 on your side.
Definitely something you won't want to miss. Well, a civil case related to the 2022 Raleigh mass shooting will go to trial in July. Court documents show the people involved couldn't reach a settlement. The families of the victims are suing Austin Thompson, his parents, the Hedingham Homeowners Association, and its security company. They claim they did not do enough to stop that rampage. Thompson was sentenced to life in prison after pleading guilty earlier this year.
The city of Raleigh wants your feedback on the Biltmore Hills Park Master Plan. The goal is to help design and shape the vision for the park's expansion. A meeting will be held on Tuesday, April 14th. It'll be from 4 to 6 p.m. at the Biltmore Hills Community Center. And there's also an online survey for you to take that will open April 6th through April 20th.
Well, colon cancer is now the leading cause of cancer deaths for people under 50. Doctors say many patients ignore symptoms for far too long because they think they're too young for cancer or they're embarrassed to talk about what they're experiencing. A patient who found a huge mass wishes she'd spoken up and urges others not to be shy.
There are signs that I should have gotten earlier. I was just embarrassed by what was happening to me. Didn't want to talk about it at all.
Yeah, definitely a reminder to put your health first. Doctors say if you see any blood, notice changes in your bathroom habits, or feel full or bloated too quickly, it's time to mention your concerns to your physician. Unexplained weight loss should also be addressed.
18 months after Hurricane Helene devastated western North Carolina, the state has rebuilt 28 homes, and that's only a small fraction of the thousands of homes that need attention. But state leaders say the update's actually good news. This morning, 2 of Governor Josh Stein's top Helene advisors are expected to testify at the state legislature, and they plan to tell lawmakers that no other state after any recent storm has started rebuilding homes so quickly. WRAL state government reporter Will Doran says lawmakers want to ensure they are keeping a close eye on the progress of the rebuilding.
Here in North Carolina, we have a lot of history with hurricanes Matthew and Florence taking years, close to a decade, to rebuild lots of those homes. So lawmakers are taking a close look at this, make sure that this Helene rebuilding effort is not going to go as slowly as those previous ones.
And we do have more details about the progress at the NC Capitol section of WRAL.com. Today's meeting starts at 10 a.m. Now, we did look at the state of recovery after Helene in our documentary, Helene, What We Lost, What We Found. Watch that on WRAL's YouTube channel or wherever you stream WRAL. Oh, we're talking about toilet trouble aboard the Orion spacecraft.
Ooh, plus Super Mario Galaxy has one up on the box office competition. Time for a look now at what's trending. Out of the gate, the Super Mario Galaxy movie already is breaking records. Yesterday's debut earned $34 million. That's the best opening day so far this year, besting Amazon MGM Studios' Project Hail Mary.
Yeah, a lot of people are obviously looking to watch that. I can't wait to see it hopefully this weekend. Some mixed reviews from gamers, but I'm still going to end up watching it. I like the first one. I like the second one.
I never need an excuse to go to the movie, so count me in.
So NASA says there was reported toilet trouble after the Orion spacecraft lifted off for the Artemis 2 mission. 6 hours into launch, there was an issue with getting the toilet aboard to work properly. Get this, the person who had to fix it, NC State grad Christina Cook. We will talk about her all day, every day. The astronaut worked with the ground team as they walked her through this process. Oh, I'm sure the Mario brothers would be super proud, Kirsten.
Oh, well, good for her. I mean, look, if she can do everything at this point, I think, right? What can she do?
She can do everything.
Yeah, and speaking of Christina Cook and that crew going to the moon, what do we have here, Grant?
Yes, we have the moon setting earlier this morning. Heather sent this in out of Sanford. The moon looks super beautiful this morning, stepping out the door. And so I want to show you this shot from earlier today. If you have any more of these photos over the next couple of days, please send them in because we'd love to see them. Report it on WRAL.com so you can share those. And if you got any photos from family or friends from maybe they would travel to the Kennedy Space Center yesterday and were able to capture any of the launch yesterday, please send those in as well. We love to see all of those photos. So above average temperatures continue. Mid-80s today, also in the mid-80s tomorrow and Saturday. Then our next cold front arrives. That'll bring a better chance for showers and storms, and highs closer to average. Finally, by next week, we'll finally drop into the 60s. So if you're not a fan of the anomalous warmth, with this upper level ridge kind of just parked in place, we will have some changes next week. Here's a view from Beaufort this morning. It is beautiful there. Tons of blue sky. Not seeing any clouds at the coastline this morning. And it should be a very, very nice day there today and across the region. We'll reach the 70s there. Here we'll reach the 80s. 65 in Raleigh, 64 in Roxborough this morning, 64 in Fayetteville. This afternoon, though, you'll see that climb in temperatures. By at noon, it'll be 76 degrees. By 4, 5 o'clock, 85. In the mid-70s by 8, 9 o'clock this evening. We'll keep mostly clear skies for the majority of the day. A few spots could see a little bit of extra cloud cover. Our next best chance for showers and storms is with our next cold front. This arrives Easter Sunday. Now, the timing right now looks like into the afternoon and evening with this front, so we could see a few storms pop up with that daytime heating. But once this front finally passes, we'll see that drop in temperatures. So if you're looking forward to more spring-like temperatures, we'll have those soon. 68, then 69, then down to 62 next Wednesday. Overnight lows around 40 degrees, some spots in the mid to upper 30s, so we'll have to watch for some possible frost freeze alerts in the middle of next week. For now, though, staying very warm through Good Friday and Saturday. It's Sunday with the next best chance for showers and storms.
Thank you, Grant. And before we go to break, here are the winning lottery numbers. We'll get another check on weather and traffic next. Good luck.